कि बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स आजकल कंफ्यूज्ड हैं टेलीग्राम की वजह से। वो कंफ्यूज इसलिए है कि वो मुझसे कहते हैं कि सर मेरे पास आपके वीडियो हैं ऑलरेडी, व्हाई शुड आई ज्वाइन योर क्लासेस। तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है गाइस, आप क्लासेस कहीं से भी देखो, इट्स ओके, बट यू शुड बी नोइंग द प्रोसेस ऑफ preparation, right? The process of preparation is, guys, when you watch the concept classes, it is just the 20% of your preparation. These are the milestones of your preparation act, right? अब जब आपको सिर्फ लेक्चर मिल जाते हैं ना कहीं से, तो ये सिर्फ फर्स्ट स्टेप पे जाके रुक जाए। एंड इफ यूपीएससी इज आस्किंग लाइक 2-3 क्वेश्चंस और 1 क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम ईच सब टॉपिक इवन, then still it makes around 10 to 15 questions. Once you study from us, you will be doing all the questions with 90% accuracy. Okay, everyone. So let's start today's session. Today we have just an orientation session. We won't be studying anything today, but today we'll be discussing about how these classes will be going on and what we'll be studying in this batch. What will be the segregation of the number of hours to each section, right? So, guys, before that, so this is just an introductory slide. So the timing of these classes will be Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday to Thursday, 4 days a week, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Right? Okay. And if I talk about UPSC CSAT paper, then you all know that it contains 80 questions with 2.5 marks each, right? And no negative marking for unattempted questions, but for the wrong responses, we have the negative marking as 1/3. Okay? And it is a qualifying in nature exam. So usually 33.33, 1/3 should be the passing. But actually they have given in writing in the code that 33% is the passing. So actually 66 marks, you can say, you have to score. Right, everyone? So if I talk about the syllabus, everybody knows about the syllabus. It is reading comprehension, basic logical ability, and the quantitative aptitude section. And friends, if I talk about quantitative aptitude section, UPSC has written basic numeracy, number and their relations, order, magnitude, and class 10th level, data interpretation, charts, graphs, tables, and data sufficiency, right? Everything is of class 10th level. See, but the thing is, in class 10th, we haven't studied everything. Obviously, like the topics like LCM, SCF, topics like ratio, proportion, ages, average, profit and loss, percentage, mixtures allegation. We all have a study like ratio, proportion. But the problem is with UPSC paper, they are going so deep, like that we didn't study in our school level, right? We didn't study those questions like this. I mean, जैसा की requirement है, ठीक है? So here we are going to discuss those questions, and now is data sufficiency. UPSC has started focusing upon data sufficiency much now these days, because data sufficiency is not a topic in itself. Data sufficiency is what? Data sufficiency is the form of asking questions, right, everyone? It is the format of asking questions where you don't have to solve the question. You just have to tell whether the given data is sufficient to find the answer or not. That's it. Okay. After that, like these are the three major sections: quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, and reading comprehension. And after that, if I talk about the micro listing of these topics. So friends, in quantitative aptitude, number system plays a huge role in UPSC CSAT, right? The first topic is number system, the major portion number system, permutation combination, percentage, ratio, proportion, time, speed and distance, and time and work, right? Now, if I talk about the subtopics of number system, everyone, the subtopics of number system are 9. Okay, the properties of numbers, summation n, xy minus yx is equal to 9 mod x minus y, cyclicity, which talks about the unit digit, exponents, which talks about the number of zeros, divisibility, remainder theorem, LCM, SCF, and factors. Okay, so friends, there are 9 subtopics of this one topic alone. And if UPSC is asking like 2-3 questions or 1 question from each subtopic even, then still it makes around 10 to 15 questions, right? So that's why, friends, you can't ignore number system. And moreover, let me tell you why UPSC is focusing more upon number system. The reason is everybody has studied about numbers, like prime numbers, composite number, rational number, irrational number, even number, odd number. Everybody has studied, irrespective of your background. So you can't say that I am from, let's say, humanity background, I don't know this, or I am from the bio background, I don't know this. Everybody has studied about numbers. And what question they are asking very basic questions from these properties. But the problem is we didn't study those things in our school level. So this is the problem. Anyways, after that, this is the arithmetic section. So friends, you know what? Percentage, profit loss, simple interest, compound interest. This is one section, right? Then ratio proportion, partnership, mixtures allegation, average. This is another section. And in this section, problem based on ages will also be covered. Then time, speed, distance, train, boats and streams. This is another section. Then time and work, pipes and cistern. This is another section. And then probability and permutation combination. This is another section. So quantitative aptitude will be covering in 5 sections, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the number system will be covering separately. Okay, everyone. So this is arithmetic only, and number system will be covering separately, where we will be discussing all the 9 subtopics of number system topic. Correct, everyone? So this is all about the maths. And then let's discuss about logical reasoning. So friends, logical reasoning is a topic where most of us are comfortable, because this is the part of our daily life. For example, blood relation. For example, direction sense. A man goes here, then turns left, and let's say travels 20 kilometers, then turns right and travels 10 kilometers. So all these things are the part of our daily life. So in these questions, most of the students are comfortable. So friends, in reasoning, the topics that we have is, number series, missing terms, clock, calendar, cubes and dice, blood relation, direction sense, right? And then we have coding, decoding, number ranking, mathematical operation, Venn diagram, data sufficiency, syllogism. Okay? So all these topics we have studied in our childhood also, right? From a school level, we are doing these type of questions like coding, decoding, like blood relation, like direction sense, like cubes and dice, clocks, calendars, right? This is the very essential part of our daily life, in fact, right? And from these topics, guys, you know what? UPSC just wants to know how much observant you are in your day-to-day life. Suppose that why the topic of clock is there in the syllabus, why the topic of calendar is there in the syllabus. So this is want to know how much observant you are in your day-to-day life. That's it, right? Yes. After that, the number of hours that we are going to devote, right? So guys, 70% of the time will be given to quantitative aptitude, like number system, like the other section of arithmetic. Okay, 20% of the time will be given to this reasoning section, and 10% of the time will be given to reading comprehension. Friends, let me tell you, these days UPSC is asking how many questions from comprehension? 27, 28 approx, right? So guys, 27, 28 questions will be coming from reading comprehension only. And out of that 27 questions, let me tell you, once you study from us, you will be doing all the questions with 90% accuracy. There are 27 questions. You will be doing at least 23, 24 correct, right? At least 23, 24. Some of you, they might get 26 correct also. Let me tell you, it is our past experience, right? And reasoning. These days, UPSC is asking around 15, 16 questions from reasoning only, right? Out of those 15 questions, around 12, 13 questions will be correct. There is no doubt about it, right? Because reasoning is comparatively an easy topic. Don't worry about it, right? And after that, if I talk about number system. So friends, abhi I'll discuss about this thing also, the trend analysis, right? So guys, number system ka weightage, if I talk about, the number system has the weightage of around 70%, right? Why? Because this year, in 2025, they have asked 25 questions from number system only. You might have observed 25 questions from number system, right? So guys, here we will be devote around 35 to 36 hours in number system only, because number system, if you have prepared well, reading comprehension, if you have prepared well, reasoning, if you have prepared well, your around 95% of your the CSAT is done. Syllabus of CSAT is done, right? So friends, this is the time that we are going to devote, friends. After that, if I talk about the trend analysis, so friends, the number system is a topic or a section that has the huge weightage. In 2020, they have asked 18 questions. In 21, they have asked 12 questions. In 2022, they have asked 14 questions. In 23, they have asked 23 questions, guys. In 23, there were 23 questions. In 24, there were 24 questions. In 25, there were 25 questions. Right. So, what can be said about 26? Okay. So, guys, I can't say anything, right? But yes, certainly the number of questions will be approx 20. इतने होंगे ही होंगे, ठीक है? So number system is a topic that you can't ignore, right? अच्छे से करिए उसको. After that, friends, permutation and combination they have started asking, but suddenly I don't know, since last 2 years they were not asking any questions. Why? Because in 2023 they have asked 10 questions, and 2023 CSAT was the toughest CSAT so far, right? So agitation was there, some protests were going on. Right, and the students were saying like permutation combination, they have asked the questions from IIT JEE level. So UPSC suddenly dropped this topic. But I can't say that in 2026 they will not ask even a single question. ऐसा नहीं आप कह सकते. हो सकता है वो फिर से पूछ ले, but 2-3 questions, 5 questions, not this much, right? But at least 2 questions, 3 questions are expected any year. Fine. Okay. After that, guys, data sufficiency. This is what? This is a form of asking questions, right? Where multiple statements are given to you, right? And they ask whether the statement or the question can be solved using the first statement alone, or the question can be solved using the second statement alone, or the question can be solved using either of the 2 statements alone, or the question cannot be solved using both the statements together, or the question can be solved using both the statements together. You might have seen this type of question, guys, right? So this is a form of asking question. This is not a question in itself. This is not a topic in itself. This is the format of asking question. So these days UPSC is, preferring these format. Why? Because here students are not very much comfortable, because actually you don't have to solve the question. You just have to tell whether the given data is sufficient to find the answer or not. But here students are trying to find the answer, and that's why they are taking much time. Actually, let me tell you, कई लोगों ने मुझसे बोला कि सर इसके क्वेश्चंस मुझे बहुत लेंदी लगते हैं, बट क्वेश्चंस लेंदी होते नहीं. क्वेश्चन वही है. अगर वो क्वेश्चन आपको सिंपल एक डायरेक्टली लैंग्वेज में लिखकर दे दिया जाएगा तो आप कर दोगे इजीली. बट वही क्वेश्चन ऐसे लिखा जाता है कि एक क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट है, देन देयर आर 2-3 statements given to us, and then they are saying statement 1 is enough to find the answer. Statement 2 is enough to find the answer, right? Yes. So statement 1 is enough to find the answer. Statement 2 is enough to find the answer. So guys, what happens is students are actually trying to find the answer. But let me tell you, in our classes, I'll be telling you how to think about the question just while reading about it, right? There is no need of using pen. There is no need of writing anything. You just have to read the question. You just have to think about it. And friends, the biggest myth about UPSC is कि like UPSC is meant for mathematicians, कि मेरी मैथ्स बहुत वीक है तो मैं CSAT नहीं कर पाऊंगा, राइट? ऐसा नहीं है गाइस. या बहुत सारे लोग जब CSAT का थॉट भी उनके दिमाग में आता है तो वो यही सोचते हैं कि यार मेरी मैथ्स बहुत, मेरे को मैथ्स फोबिया है. ये मुझसे कई लोगों ने कहा कि सर व्हेन नंबर्स कम देन आई गेट स्केयर्ड, राइट? बट गाइस, लेट मी टेल यू, you just imagine about the let me tell you about the service, right? What do you feel about the service, guys? Do you actually think like UPSC need mathematicians, or an IS officer needs to be a mathematician? Is it so? गाइस आईएएस ऑफिसर का मैथमेटिशियन होना बिल्कुल जरूरी नहीं है, ठीक? एंड दैट्स व्हाई यूपीएससी हैज नेवर सेड कि यार द पर्सन हु हैज द बैकग्राउंड विद मैथमेटिक्स कैन फिल द फॉर्म, ऐसा उन्होंने कभी नहीं कहा आपसे, राइट? अ जनरल ग्रेजुएट, be it from any stream, irrespective of the background, they can fill the form. You know what? The quality of an IAS officer is, the quality of a bureaucrat is, he or she must be a troubleshooter person, a problem-solving guy, actually, right? Must have a very good comprehension skill. आपकी बात सुन के वो समझ सके कि what exactly you are trying to convey. अब बात समझ पा रहे हैं? Everyone, it's fine. You have to be logical, right? So this maths, which looks like maths, it is not maths. It is your logical ability. And friends, during the classes, I'll tell you any question can be solved with the help of the logical ability, right? No maths, nothing. अच्छा, जितनी maths की जरूरत है, उतनी maths सभी को आती है. Guys, एक person जो बिल्कुल पढ़ा लिखा नहीं है, वो भी काउंटिंग जानता है कि नहीं जानता, राइट? तो मैं आपको बता रहा हूं कि जितनी मैथ्स की जरूरत है बस उतनी ही मैथ्स की जरूरत है बस, राइट? सो इट्स नॉट अबाउट योर बैकग्राउंड, इट्स अबाउट योर लॉजिकल थिंकिंग कि आप कितना स्मार्टली सोच सकते हैं, बस दैट्स इट, राइट? और आप पैनिक में कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे, आप प्रेशर में कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे, वो ये देखना चाहते हैं. और इसीलिए पेपर जो है ना, उस 2 घंटे में आपको प्रेशर फील करा देते हैं. यू माइट हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड कि उस 2 आवर्स में वो प्रेशर फील होने लगता है, राइट? कि उस प्रेशर में आप कैसे अपना कूल मेंटेन करेंगे, ये चाहिए उनको. तो आप ये समझ लीजिए कि आपका जो यूपीएससी का एंट्रेंस है ना, वो आपके प्रीलिम्स में एंटर करते ही स्टार्ट हो जाता है. आप ये मत समझिए कि सिर्फ आपके इंटरव्यू में ही आपका पर्सनैलिटी चेक किया जाएगा. नो, आपका पर्सनैलिटी आपके प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम से टेस्ट हो रहा है, राइट एवरीवन? ओके. सो आफ्टर दैट गाइस, मैं आपको एक बात बताता हूं कि मैं कोई मार्केटिंग नहीं कर रहा हूं यहां पे. मैं एक सिंपल सी बात ये बता रहा हूं कि बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स आजकल कंफ्यूज्ड हैं टेलीग्राम की वजह से, राइट? वो कंफ्यूज इसलिए है कि वो मुझसे कहते हैं कि सर मेरे पास आपके वीडियो हैं ऑलरेडी, व्हाई शुड आई ज्वाइन योर क्लासेस? तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है गाइस, आप क्लासेस कहीं से भी देखो, इट्स ओके, बट you should be knowing the process of preparation, right? The process of preparation is, guys, when you watch the concept classes, it is just the 20% of your preparation, right? When आप बैठे हुए हैं, मैं क्लासेस पढ़ा रहा हूं या मेरे वीडियोस आप देख रहे हैं, it is just the 20% of your preparation. आपको बात समझ में आएगी, that's okay. लेकिन आप उस बात को रिप्रोड्यूस कर पाएंगे वहां पे, इसकी कोई गारंटी नहीं है. Correct everyone, right? So when you are watching only classes, it is just the 20% of your preparation. Now, when you solve questions based on those concepts, right, then your preparation gets strengthened by 20% more. It's 40% of your preparation. Now, obviously you face some doubts, right? So when you discuss your queries with your mentor once again, then it 20% more it adds. Right? Then it becomes 60% of your preparation. After that, when you take mock test based on it, because the thing is what? You are preparing yourself for that 2 hours, right? उन 2 hours में नॉलेज काम नहीं आएगा गाइस, ये भी मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. अब थोड़ा सा कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन लग रहा होगा आपको कि लाइक नॉलेज काम नहीं आएगा तो क्या काम आएगा. So guys, let me tell you, you might have seen your seniors, you might have seen your friends, you might have seen your family members, those who are very good at one-on-one conversation, at one-on-one discussion. आप उनसे कोई सिंगल क्वेश्चन पूछो, वो बहुत अच्छे से बताएंगे आपको, बट उनका कोई एग्जाम क्रैक नहीं हुआ आज तक. With all due respect, have you seen those people? Right? क्या रीजन है पता है? रीजन ये है कि getting marks in an examination and having knowledge, these are 2 different things. Getting marks in an examination is an art. They don't know how to tackle the examination, right? And which comes from दिस टेस्ट सीरीज, मॉक टेस्ट डिस्कशंस, मॉक टेस्ट पेपर्स, बिकॉज उस 2 आवर्स में आपका टेम्परामेंट बनेगा। आप समझिए प्लीज, मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, अगर आपकी प्रैक्टिस नहीं है 2 आवर्स तक बैठ के क्वेश्चंस करने की, तो योर बॉडी विल नॉट सपोर्ट यू एक्चुअली। आप बैठ ही नहीं पाएंगे 2 आवर्स। 2 आवर्स तक बैठे रहना भी बहुत एक अपने आप में एक बहुत टफ टास्क है। इफ यू डोंट नो द थिंग्स, आप सिर्फ वहां बैठे हुए हैं तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगी, राइट? एनीवेज, you know what? In the examination hall, you don't have to solve 1 question or 2 questions or 3 questions. You have to solve 100 questions in paper 1. And after that, in second shift, you are already tired. And in second shift, you are solving 80 more questions. And that too in that pressure, and that too with that hangover. आपको ये भी लग रहा है कि यार पता नहीं उस क्वेश्चन में क्या हुआ, पता नहीं वो सही हुआ कि नहीं हुआ। एक वो भी प्रेशर है दिमाग में, right? And after that, you are sitting for next test. Everyone. So that, you know, that perseverance, that comes from that stamina comes from this test series, right? And मैं आपको एक बात और बताता हूँ, till now our practice is what, or we are trained for what? We are trained for कि भाई आपको एक क्वेश्चन दिया गया और आपसे कहा गया कि इसको सॉल्व करिए। So till now you are trained for it कि you have seen the question and you are trying to solve it, right? But in the examination, the case is not like that. When you see the question, you have to take the call whether I'm going to solve it or not. A very big difference, guys. आप में से बहुत सारे लोगों ने देखा होगा कि वो पेपर देखते हैं, पहला क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना शुरू करते हैं, करते हैं कुछ देर के बाद फिर लगता है कि यार ये मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा, इसको छोड़ देते हैं। फिर दूसरे पे आते हैं, फिर दूसरा क्वेश्चन देखते हैं, फिर सॉल्व करना शुरू करते हैं, कुछ देर तक सॉल्व करते हैं, फिर सोचते हैं यार ये मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा, छोड़ देते हैं। And suppose that the same is happening with you for 3-4 questions, and on each question you are spending, let's say, 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes. So for 4-5 questions you will spend 15 minutes of your, and in those 15 minutes, guys, you could not solve even a single question. What happened? Your attempt wasted. Let me tell you why. The reason is, guys, the first myth is कि we have 2 hours. Actually, we don't have 2 hours. Why? In those 2 hours, you have to fill the OMR also. Right? आप मेरी बात मानिए, एक ब्लैंक OMR लेकर के बैठिए और उसमें 50-60 जितने भी अटेम्प्ट्स आप करते हैं, 50-60 क्वेश्चंस को फिल करिएगा ब्लैक पेन से, एंड विद दैट मच केयर कि कोई ब्लैंक बाहर तो नहीं निकल रहा है, मतलब ब्लैंक से बाहर तो नहीं जा रहा है, एंड 1 का 1 ही फिल हो रहा है, 1 का 2 तो नहीं फिल हुआ जा रहा है गलती से, राइट? So when you fill the OMR with that much care, with that much attention, it takes around 12 to 15 minutes. So in those 2 hours, 15 minutes are already less. You have 1 hour 45 minutes. And again, you are wasting your 15-20 minutes just by taking the call, I'm not solving this question, I'm not solving this question. After solving that question for 2-3 minutes. Correct, everybody? So, अब अगर आपको एग्जाम देने का तरीका नहीं पता है तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगा वहां पे, right? So friends, after that, when you solve the test, it doesn't guarantee कि पहला टेस्ट आपका बहुत अच्छा होगा कि दूसरा टेस्ट बहुत अच्छा होगा, कुछ नहीं पता है आपको। फर्स्ट टेस्ट हो सकता है आपका पूरा खराब हो जाए, आपके नेगेटिव में भी मार्क्स आ सकते हैं, and you may feel demoralized also. Some of the students, they don't take the test just because of this fear only कि यार अगर मेरे मार्क्स कहीं कम आ गए, what if I get less marks? I know some of the good students who could not take test just because of this fear कि सर मैं डायरेक्ट यूपीएससी में जाके पेपर दे दूंगा, अगर मेरे यहाँ कम मार्क्स आ जाएंगे तो क्या होगा, या मेरी रैंक मेरे इंस्टीट्यूट में कम आ जाएगी तो मेरे स्टूडेंट्स, मेरे फ्रेंड्स क्या बोलेंगे, राइट? जिनके साथ में खड़े होकर चाय पीता हूं, राइट? ये होता है फ्रेंड्स, लेकिन मैं आपको बता रहा हूं आपके मार्क्स एक्चुअल एग्जाम में कम ना आए, इसीलिए अगर यहां पे कम आ रहे हैं तो आने दीजिए। ये क्यों कर रहे हैं आप? ये इसीलिए तो कर रहे हैं कि एक्चुअल एग्जाम में आपके मार्क्स इंप्रूव करें, राइट? ठीक है ना? तो मार्क्स कम आते हैं तो आने दीजिए, उसका असर होगा एक्चुअल एग्जाम में, आप इंप्रूव कर जाएंगे, करेक्ट? अच्छा, एंड गाइस, व्हेन यू टेक टेस्ट, तो बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस में ऐसा भी होगा कि आपको अभी ये नहीं पता है। देखिएगा, इस क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने के देयर आर 4-5 प्रोसेस. Every question can be solved either with the equation, in mathematics I'm talking about, either with equation or with thought process or with hit and trial, right, or with options. समझ रहे हैं ना? So there are 4-5 processes to solve a single question. What should be used in the examination hall? Right, that depends upon 3-4 parameters. And what are those parameters? The first parameter is the familiarity with question. Right, आपने उस टाइप का क्वेश्चन पहले कभी देखा ही नहीं है. गाइस, अगर आपने पहले उस टाइप का क्वेश्चन कभी नहीं देखा है, एग्जाम में मत करिए उसको. Just hit only the familiar questions. That's it. Right? ये नहीं पता होता है लोगों को, and they get trapped. क्योंकि जो क्वेश्चन आपने पहले कभी नहीं देखा है, आपको पता ही नहीं है कि इस क्वेश्चन में कहां पे जाके कौन सा कैच है, कहां पे क्या ट्विस्ट. राइट, एंड स्टूडेंट्स उसको सॉल्व करना शुरू करते हैं और कुछ देर के बाद उनका एक गलत आंसर आता है और वो ऑप्शन में होता है और वो मार्क करते हैं और बड़े खुश होते हैं. राइट, सो दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम. द फर्स्ट थिंग इज, द फर्स्ट पैरामीटर ऑफ टेकिंग दिस कॉल इज फैमिलियरिटी, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, द कॉम्प्रिहेंशन ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. कि आप क्वेश्चन को कॉम्प्रिहेंड करके ये समझ पा रहे हैं कि ये सॉल्व कैसे होगा. नंबर 2. नंबर 3, द टाइम, solving time I'm talking about. Suppose that, guys, if you have read a question, you have seen that type of question earlier also, you have read the question, and after reading the question, you think like यार इसमें equation बनानी पड़ेगी. Suppose that. Now, अब equation बनाने में टाइम लगेगा, उसको solve करने में भी टाइम लगेगा. It will take around 2-3 minutes of yours. Suppose that you have thought about it कि यार 2 मिनट लग जाएंगे इसको करने में. मैं एक काम करता हूँ, I just bookmark this question for second round. I'm not solving this question for the first round. Everyone clear? Right. So this is another parameter of selecting a question. So ये सारी चीजें अभी सुनने में आपको बहुत ज्यादा लग रहा है. ये गाइस एक एग्जाम में नहीं होगा, एक टेस्ट में आपका टेस्ट खराब होगा, होने दीजिए उसको. एंड जो भी काम आप फर्स्ट टाइम कर रहे हैं वो अच्छा नहीं हो सकता गाइस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू नो हाउ टू साइकिल, हाउ टू राइड अ बाईसाइकिल. मुझे ये बताइए, जब आपने फर्स्ट टाइम साइकिल चलाई थी तो आप सोचिए कि कितनी चीजें थी कि यार इसमें जो है बैलेंस भी बना के रखना है, इसमें सामने भी देखना है, और कोई आ जाए तो ब्रेक भी लगाना है. राइट, और इधर मुड़ना है तो सब पीछे वाले को भी इंटीमेट करना है, हाथ भी देना है. राइट, व्हाटएवर, कितनी चीजें दिमाग में रखनी है आपको. बट व्हेन यू स्टार्ट, आई मीन, अच्छा पहली बार में हुआ भी नहीं होगा, आप गिरे भी होंगे, चोट भी आई होगी आपको. गिर गए थे ना, बैलेंस नहीं बना था, गिर गए थे आप. राइट, सो द थिंग इज कि अगर आपने उसको वहीं पे छोड़ दिया तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी. तो यू हैव टू रिपीट इट. राइट, रिपीटेशन से परफेक्शन आएगा धीरे 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 धीरे. राइट एवरीवन, एंड ग्रेजुअली क्या होता है कि योर ब्रेन टेक्स इट सबकॉन्शियसली, कि वो धीरे धीरे फिर वो पैटर्न भी आपको बनने लगेगा, सब कुछ हो जाएगा. सो इनिशियल डेज में अगर आप कोई काम फर्स्ट टाइम कर रहे हैं वो गलत होगा ही होगा, बट उससे घबराना नहीं है. यू जस्ट हैव टू कंटिन्यू दैट वर्क. यही है सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन. राइट, सो सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन बहुत जरूरी है गाइस. यहाँ पे आपको कोई नहीं देख रहा हो तब भी आप काम करते रहिए, कोई अप्रिशिएशन नहीं है तब भी आप टेस्ट दीजिए, अपने कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर निकलिए. राइट, कोई अप्रिशिएट नहीं करेगा आपको, कोई नहीं देखेगा आपको. जिस दिन आप सक्सेसफुल होंगे उस दिन आपको अप्रिशिएट करने वाले बहुत लोग मिलेंगे. राइट, बट ये जो आप काम कर रहे हैं कोई देखने नहीं आएगा. एंड दिस इज एक्चुअली इंपॉर्टेंट. यू डू इट एवरी डे. Every day, show up every day, right? Without any appreciation, without any applause, please. Okay. After that, guys, when you discuss your test, then you get to know that this type of question I should not do in the examination. This question, like जिसमें मैंने time दिया, actually ये question तो exam में करना ही नहीं था, right? And when you repeat the same process once again, then this repetition does what? This repetition works upon your speed, number 1. And this repetition works upon your accuracy also. Getting it, everyone? Right. So this is like, these are the milestones of your preparation actually. Right. अब जब आपको सिर्फ लेक्चर मिल जाते हैं ना कहीं से, तो ये सिर्फ फर्स्ट स्टेप पे जाके रुक जाता है. आप समझ रहे हैं बात को? Getting it everyone? तो आपके लेक्चर देखने में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम है पूरे प्रोसेस को, पूरे साइकिल को आपने फॉलो ही नहीं किया, और वो नहीं हो पाएगा गाइस, क्योंकि आप चोरी से पढ़ रहे हैं। चुरा करके लेक्चर देख रहे हैं आप उस फैकल्टी से कभी मिल ही नहीं पाओगे, जाके आप उसको बता ही नहीं पाओगे कि सर मैं आपके लेक्चर जो है एक किसी समझ रहे हैं आप, राइट? सो दिस इज अ प्रॉब्लम, या ओके. And friends, after that, the book that we are going to follow is this book, 4th edition, right? Here we have tried to cover almost every type of questions. And as you all know that the number system has the maximum weightage in the examination. So guys, here we have devoted around 120 pages on number system itself, right? And we have solved around 500 questions, right? And guys, for every topic in this book, for every topic, we have given you the practice set, number 1, some solved examples, number 2, PYQs from that topic which have been asked in last 15 years, number 3, and then the additional questions from other exams of UPSC. Because in the UPSC CSAT paper, you won't get the questions of UPSC CSAT only, PYQs I'm talking about, right? PYQs जो यूपीएससी के जितने भी PYQs अभी तक हुए हैं, चाहे वो CSAT का पेपर हो, चाहे वो CDS का पेपर हो, चाहे वो UPSC EPFO का पेपर हो, चाहे वो CAPF का पेपर हो, राइट? जो यूपीएससी का डेटा बैंक, जो क्वेश्चन बैंक है ना, वो किसी भी क्वेश्चन को थोड़ा सा उठा के कहीं से भी ट्विस्ट करके पूछेंगे आपसे. एंड आई विल बी शोइंग यू द क्वेश्चंस ड्यूरिंग द क्लासेस कि ये क्वेश्चन देखिए पहले EPFO में पूछा गया था, इस बार इसको CSAT में पूछा, अगली बार इसको पता नहीं कहाँ पूछेंगे, या इसके पहले CDS में पूछा गया था. आई विल बी शोइंग यू ऑल द क्वेश्चंस. So you will be getting the pattern also, like how UPSC is twisting the questions and which type of questions and what are the dimension of one questions are there, which type of questions are expected now. ये आपको धीरे धीरे समझ में आने लगेगा. Okay, all right. After that, guys, let's talk about some PYQs, and I'm talking about only 2025 question papers, right? 2025 के questions में कैसे, मतलब पेपर में कैसे questions आए थे. I'll be showing you around 10-12 questions, guys, from 2025 itself. ठीक है? And everybody, in any year, paper चाहे जितना tough हो, you will get 10-12 easy questions every year. But ऐसा नहीं होगा कि those 10-12 questions will be written in one line only, right? First, second, third, fourth, ऐसा तो नहीं होगा. You have to search those questions in the question paper, right? That's it. Guys, this is one of the question where you have to tell the missing term in the given series. The missing term is like लिखा हुआ है what comes at x and y respectively in the following sequence. मुझे ये बताइए, what is the gap? 0. What is the gap? -1. What is the gap? -2. What is the gap? -3. -4. -5. -6. Right. Everybody, मुझे ये बताइए, June is which month? 10th month? 10 minus 3 is what? 7? 7 means July. Okay. Then again it is October. 10th month. 10th minus 6 is what? 4. 4 is which month? April. So friends, this is the answer. Getting it? This much simple question was there. Right everyone? ठीक है? Okay, हटाइए इसको. No friends, these type of questions UPSC is asking these days, inequality based questions. Let me tell you what is the process. If you are getting such type of chain, suppose that, right? So friends, here you can find the relation. Okay, if you are getting like this, here you can find the relation. But if you are getting this type of relation, suppose that, right everyone, or if the chain is broken, then the relationship can't be established. Correct everyone? And friends, you should be knowing like how to read the question also, right? What are the meaning of these words? Suppose that the question says, then B is always greater than E. तो सबसे पहले चलिए जरा B और E के बारे में, if you check out the relationship between B and E, Everyone, just look at this. B and E. All of you, this chain is broken. No relationship can't be established. Correct, everyone? Okay. After that, S and V. Okay. Everyone, S, T, U, V. एक बात का ध्यान रखिएगा. Question is saying S is always less than B. Right? Friends, according to this given information, S can be less than or equal to B. Yes or no? Less than or equal to, both the relations are possible. But question is saying S is always less than B. If the question is saying S may be less than B, it will be correct. S can be less than B, it will be the correct answer. But the question is saying S is always less than B. It is not correct, guys. Okay. Everyone fine now? Sorry. Clear? Any doubt, friends? No? Okay. Now, you just count the number of questions. 1, 2. Huh? Yes. Friends, now, again, a very logical question. Question is saying what? Likha hua, what is the ratio of the maximum value of x plus y to the minimum value of x minus y? Guys, you all know ratio is what? Ratio, suppose that it is A is to B. So this is equal to A by B. You know it or not? पहले ये बताइए. जानते हैं? ठीक है, good. No, the question is saying the maximum value of x plus y to the minimum value of x minus y, where x is given as this, y is given as this. अच्छा, friends एक बात बताइए, if you have to find the maximum value of a summation of addition, right? When you can get the maximum value of this addition? When you can get the maximum value of this addition? When both of these values will be the maximum. Correct? What is the answer? 7 plus 8, 15 is the answer. Everyone fine? Okay. अच्छा. मुझे ये बताइए, when you can get the minimum value of a difference, minimum difference कब मिलेगा? समझिएगा बात को. When maximum value of y will be subtracted from the minimum value of x. नहीं, वो सब छोड़ दीजिए अभी. मुझे ये बताइए, इसका मिनिमम वैल्यू में से इसकी मैक्सिमम वैल्यू जो आप सबट्रैक्ट कर दोगे, थिंक अबाउट इट, तभी तो ये मिनिमम वैल्यू आएगी कि नहीं आएगी? Yes or no? Right. So minimum value of x is what? 4. Maximum value of y is 7. Right, everyone? So the answer is 4 minus 7 is minus 3. So this. मुझे ये बताइए, ये कोई मैथमेटिक्स है? It's just a logic. That's it. करेक्ट. एंड मैं आपको बताता हूं, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स दे मार्क्ड इनकरेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. आई थिंक यू आल्सो, राइट? गलत हो गया. या इज इट क्लियर एवरीवन? डन? ओके, चलिए जरा. यस, ऑल ऑफ यू नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज सेइंग n इज द नेचुरल नंबर. अच्छा, मुझे ये बताइए, नेचुरल नंबर क्या होते हैं? Natural number 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. Everybody knows about it, I think, right? Natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity. Question is saying what? What are the distinct remainders when 1 to the power n plus 2 to the power n divided by 4, if n is a natural number? Correct, everyone? So for n is equal to 1. मुझे ये बताइए, 1 to the power 1 plus 2 to the power 1 divided by 4. So this is 3 divided by 4. Everyone, when 3 will be divided by 4, remainder is what? I repeat my question. When 3 is divided by 4, what is the remainder? देखिए देखिए when 3 is divided by 4 actually division नहीं होगा. What is the remainder? देखिए डिवीजन जाएगा ही नहीं यार, डिवीजन होगा ही नहीं. Yes or no? Remainder is 3. Simple. Guys, yes or no? Okay, चलिए. For n is equal to 2, everybody, 1 square plus 2 square divided by 4. ठीक है. एक बात समझिए guys. 2 square is what? 4. 4 is completely divisible by 4. This is 1. So ये actually क्या होगा? 4 से मतलब 2 के मल्टीपल से 1 ज्यादा हो जाएगा हमेशा. It will be 1 more than the multiple of 4. So that will give you 1 remainder. Correct everybody? So this is 5 by 4. The remainder is 1. Acha, what about n is equal to 3? N is equal to 3. This is 1 cube plus 2 cube. Guys, yes or no? Divided by 4. Acha, see everyone. If 2 square is 4, then 2 cube will again be the multiple of 4. I mean, होगा कि नहीं होगा? क्योंकि this is 4. Now 2 cube will be this into 2. I mean 2 square into 2. So this is like, so n is equal to 2 onwards, 2 raised to the power n will always be divisible by 4. Right? And then plus 1. So a multiple of 4 plus 1 will always give you remainder as 1. Clear guys? Now read the question. क्या लिखा हुआ है? What is the distinct remainders are there? Guys, how many distinct remainders are you getting? 2. 1 and 3. Getting it everyone? The answer is 2. Are you getting it everyone? Guys, again, it is not a hardcore maths का question. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Everybody knows about the natural number. And everybody knows what is the value of 2 square, what is the value of 3 square, what is the value of 2 cube, what is the value of... हाँ, ये आपको पता होना चाहिए कि भाई जब 3 को 4 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो रिमाइंडर 3 आएगा. ये आपको पता होना चाहिए, राइट? और बहुत बेसिक है ये. करेक्ट एवरीवन? एनी डाउट फ्रेंड्स? एनी कंफ्यूजन? नो? ठीक है, लेट्स मूव. आई एम जस्ट शोइंग यू द यूपीएससी क्वेश्चंस कि आप देखिए 25 में कैसे क्वेश्चंस आए थे, बस. Yes, friends, this is again such a question where you can solve the question just by looking at it. There is no need of writing anything, no need of thinking about. Just इसको एक बात बताइए friends, ये क्या लिखा हुआ है? These are the product of odd numbers from 1 to 999. Right? Question is saying what is the unit digit of the multiplication? Friends, here 5. ठीक है, मुझे ये बताइए, if you are multiplying 5 with a number, what are the unit digits, possible unit digits you can get? If you are multiplying a number by 5, what are the possible unit digits? 5 का टेबल देखिए जरा, उसमें क्या क्या यूनिट डिजिट होते हैं? 0505 मतलब 50505 है, right? So friends, where it is 5, where it is 0, when 5 is being multiplied with an odd number, unit digit is 5. When 5 is being multiplied with an even number, the unit digit is 0. What is that? Odd. और वैसे भी 0 ऑप्शन में नहीं है यार, राइट? वैसे भी 0 ऑप्शन में नहीं है. और समझिए कितना सिंपल क्वेश्चन है गाइस. जस्ट बाय लुकिंग एट द क्वेश्चन यू कैन मार्क द आंसर एज 5. समझ रहे हैं आप? राइट? ओके. तो CSAT is not tough and CSAT is not maths. It's all about logic. It's all about your confidence. That's it. Right? Okay. Next one. See friends, मैं आपको एक बात बताता हूँ. It was asked in 2025, in 2022, but you know what? It was started in 2021. ठीक है. So they are actually repeating their own concept. ठीक है. देखिए जरा. Read the question. You are given two identical sequences in two rows, sequence 1, sequence 2. Identical sequence, तो जो रिलेशन यहां पे होगा कॉन्जिक्यूटिव टर्म्स में, वही रिलेशन यहां पे भी होगा, नीचे भी होगा, राइट? करेक्ट. Now guys, if it is 4, it is 8, it is 4. So this is multiplied with 0.5. ठीक है? This is multiplied with 1.5. This is multiplied with 2.5. 8 into 0.5 is 4. 4 into 1.5 is 6. 6 into 2.5 is 15. And then into 3.5 into 4.5 into 5.10 so on. Everyone okay? Now friends, 5, half of 5 is what? 2.5? 2.5 into 1.5 is 3.75 into 2.5. See guys, 2.5 ये है और इसको अगर मैं 4 अज्यूम कर लूं अप्रॉक्स, 2.5 into 4 क्या होता है? 10 होता है. तो आंसर शुड बी क्लोज टू 10. What is the answer? Right? Guys, done? So this concept was introduced in 2021 for the very first time. ठीक है? After that, what they have done, इसको देखिए सर. In 2022, the next year, ठीक है? देखिए, this is 20, 10, 10, 15, 30, 75, and then this. So, this, देखिए जरा इसको. This is into 0.5, ठीक है? Into 1, into 1.5, into 2, into 2.5. अब यहाँ पे क्या आएगा बोलिए जरा. Yes. Guys, clear? All of you? Right? So they have introduced this in 2021. Then they have repeated the same concept in 2022. Right? And this year in 2025, they have once again repeated the same thing. ठीक है? इसको देखिए जरा पैसे. Now you please tell the answer. क्या होना चाहिए? Yes. See everyone. देखिए. Into 0.5 is half of this, which is 12, into 1, into 1.5, into 2, into 2.5. Right? Guys, getting it? Very same, very similar, you can say, very similar concept. Right? So friends, UPSC अपने पैटर्न को रिपीट करता जा रहा है और वो हमेशा करता है. वो जीएस में भी होता है, वो सीसैट में भी होता है. राइट? लेकिन आप उसको समझिए बस. ठीक है? ओके. नो फ्रेंड्स, और देखिए मैं आपको एक बात कहता हूं कि आपसे टॉपर्स हमेशा कहते हुए कि मैंने कुछ स्पेशल नहीं पढ़ा सीसैट के लिए, तो दे आर करेक्ट एट देयर प्लेस कि उन्होंने कुछ स्पेशल नहीं पढ़ा. उन्होंने पीवाईक्यूज को बहुत अच्छे से एनालाइज किया, लेकिन अब वो जो बहुत अच्छे से एनालाइज किया उन्होंने, जो उन्होंने बोला ना मैंने बहुत अच्छे से एनालाइज किया, तो वो जो अच्छा वर्ड है ना, उसकी डेफिनेशन बहुत रिलेटिव है फ्रेंड्स. वी हैव एनालाइज्ड पीवाईक्यूज इन अ वेरी गुड मैनर. सो द गुड मैनर is relative for everyone actually. Are you getting it guys? ठीक है? तो ये है वो गुड मैनर कि भाई ये क्वेश्चन कब कब आया और किस किस तरह से ट्विस्ट करके पूछा जा रहा है. राइट? सो दे आर राइट कि मैंने कुछ स्पेशल नहीं पढ़ा सीसैट के लिए. वो बात सही है कि वो नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं स्पेशल, लेकिन वो जितना पढ़ रहे हैं उसको बहुत स्पेशल तरीके से पढ़ रहे हैं. राइट एवरीबॉडी? ओके. Yes. Friends, इसको देखिए. This question was asked in 2024 and again in 2025. ठीक है? So I'll be showing you the question first. इसको देखिए. This is first alphabet, this is second alphabet, this is third alphabet, this is fourth alphabet. Multiplied them is equal to 24. ठीक है? Is it correct everyone? ठीक है? अच्छा. IJKL. This is 9. This is 10, this is 11, this is 12. So 9 into 10 into 11 into 12. Right, everyone? So this was the answer. Okay. Is it clear, friends? You just have to multiply. You just have to look at the pattern. That's it. Right. So in 2024, they have introduced this. In 2025, I'll be showing the question of 2025 first. आप उसको देखिए पहले. ये 25 में क्वेश्चन. ठीक है. लिखा हुआ है NO is 210. Friends, this is the product of the positioning of the alphabets. 14, 15 is coming as 210. ठीक. Then T. T का मतलब समझते हैं क्या होता है? पोजीशन बताइए T की. 20. Good. So this is 210 into 20, which makes this as 4200. ठीक है. Guys, NOT के बाद E. E का मतलब 5. So 4200 into 5 is 21,000. Right? Then NOTE, then S. S means 19. So this is 21,000 into 19. Everyone clear now? Right? So this is the answer. देखिए एक ही नंबर है जिसके यूनिट में, देखिए यहाँ पे यूनिट में 9 आएगा ना. Right? We have only one option 9. That's it. Getting it, everyone? Right? ठीक. So again, like they are repeating their own pattern, guys. Look at this. Correct? ठीक है. Okay. After that, in 2025, they have asked this question, guys. Just look at the question, guys. क्या सवाल है यार? France को लिखा हुआ है 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So F stands for 6, R stands for 5, A stands for 4, and so on. ठीक है. अब वो कह रहे हैं how Yaman will be coded. ठीक है. So friends, what is E? बोलिए मेरा. 1, 1, 1. What is M? 8. 1, 8, 1 कहाँ दिख रहा है? यहीं पे दिख रहा है, तो यही आंसर मार्क कर दीजिए. Getting it, everyone? Right. So this was the level. Look at this. Right. Okay. Again, this question. Up देखिए coding decoding के they have, like this is the third question of coding decoding. Right. The third question. Okay. So friends, now this is the cube of 4. 4 cube. See, all these numbers are the perfect cube. So you should be knowing the cubes of the number. Okay. So everybody, 4 cube is written as 7 cube. Okay. 6 cube is written as 9 cube. And 5, 1, 2. This is 8 cube. So 8 cube will be written as what? 11. See, 4 plus 3, 7. 6 plus 3, 9. So 8 plus 3, 11. Very good. This is the answer, guys. Done? Clear? Right? अब देख रहे हैं इन क्वेश्चंस में. अब मैं आपको क्या बताऊं, ये क्या है? ये कहीं से टफ है गाइस. और मैं आपको बताऊं, बहुत सारे कैलकुलेशन वाले क्वेश्चन मैं भी नहीं करता हूं. अभी आप देखेंगे कि यू विल बी डूइंग द फास्टर कैलकुलेशन देन मी. आप मेरे से तेज मैथ्स कैलकुलेट कर रहे होंगे. मुझे मैथ्स नहीं आती फ्रेंड्स, एक्चुअली नहीं आती. राइट? यस. ओके. अच्छा देखिए, दिस कॉन्सेप्ट एक बहुत ही सिंपल सा कॉन्सेप्ट है गाइस, कि जो सक्सेसर ऑफ अ लीप ईयर होता है ना, इट विल हैव द सेम कैलेंडर आफ्टर 6 years. राइट? आई रिपीट, सक्सेसर ऑफ अ लीप ईयर मींस लीप ईयर के बाद वाला जो नेक्स्ट ईयर होता है. ठीक है? Successor of a leap year will have the same calendar after 6 years. ठीक? So friends, 2009 is the successor of 2008, which is a leap year, right? Question is saying which year has the same calendar as that of 2009? What is the answer? Plus 6 करो ना. 9 plus 6, 15. Right? Okay. So friends, this is the answer. ठीक है? अच्छा. मुझे एक बात बताएंगे आप, इन 2021 ये कोविड ईयर था, In which year CSAT prelims was held? Sorry, in which date? On which date CSAT prelims was held? In 2021 prelims का डेट क्या था guys? अगर याद है तो आपको? Anybody? नहीं याद है? Okay. It was 10th October 2021. ठीक है? बस यही था guys, ठीक है? 10th October 2021 was the date of UPSC prelims. ठीक है? आप इस क्वेश्चन को देखिए जरा, यूपीएससी ने कितना स्मार्ट क्वेश्चन बनाया. आप देखिए this question. Look at this, guys. Right? All of you getting it? Right? See, friends, 2021 will have the same calendar as 2027. Right? So 10th October 2021 was the date of UPSC exam, so it must be Sunday. Right? So this was also Sunday, guys. That's it. So again, they have repeated their own pattern after 6 years. Right? Just look at it. Try to understand the concept, guys, behind that. Okay, everyone fine now? All right. So in 2021, they have asked the same question. In 2019, they have introduced the concept. And again, in 2024, they have repeated the same question, guys. What is the answer? 31. That's it. देख रहे हैं फ्रेंड्स, ये है यूपीएससी का लेवल. वो कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं, वो बस नेम चेंज कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा कुछ और चेंज कर रहे हैं, ईयर चेंज कर रहे हैं, बस नया क्वेश्चन बना रहे हैं. मतलब नेम राम का श्याम कर देंगे, श्याम का घनश्याम कर देंगे, they're throwing a new question. Right? That's it. Okay. So guys, today, like I have shown you around 12 questions of CSAT 2025. आप देखिए जरा इसको. और ये सारे के सारे 12 questions, मुझे आप ये बताइएगा बहुत ऑनेस्टी के साथ, how much time is required to solve these 12 questions? Per question, how much time is required? 45 seconds? अच्छा ठीक है. So for 12 questions, 9 minutes or 10 minutes, that's it. मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं, जब आप पेपर देख रहे हो ना, स्टार्टिंग में जब आपको पेपर मिले, you please skim the entire paper and just mark these 12 questions or 11 questions or 10 questions, जितने भी उसमें ऐसे questions आए हैं, just by looking at the question you can tell the answer. Right? आप उन questions को पढ़िए और मार्क करते चलिए, इसका A होगा, इसका B होगा, इसका C होगा. तो ऐसे करते करते पूरे पेपर में you can solve around 10 questions or 12 questions in first 10 minutes only. और अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हमने 10 मिनट्स की बात की थी, आपको याद है, जिसमें मैंने आपसे कहा था कि लाइक यू हैव रेड द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट, नहीं सॉल्व हुआ, यू हैव लेफ्ट द क्वेश्चन. सो गाइस, जस्ट इमेजिन देयर इज अ कैंडिडेट who is not able to solve even a single question in first 10 minutes. And there is a candidate who has solved 10 correct questions in first 10 minutes. Look at the difference, guys. So this is an art of taking the examination. उन 2 hours में आपको पेपर कैसे सॉल्व करना है, इसकी समझ आपको होनी चाहिए. और ये अचानक से डेवलप नहीं होगी गाइस. This you have to practice in your test series. Right? जब आप डेली यहां पे ऐसे करेंगे ना, तब वहां पे जाके एग्जाम में आप इस टाइप के लेवल को अचीव कर पाएंगे. Else ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि आप एक दिन में अचानक से रजनीकांत बन जाए, ऐसा नहीं हो. राइट? आप जैसे हैं वैसा ही परफॉर्म करेंगे वहां पे. एंड व्हाट चेंज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, इट्स अ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशनल चेंज विच टेक्स टाइम गाइस. ओके, सो प्लीज टाइम दीजिए. ऑलराइट, आई थिंक आज इतना ही रखते हैं, नहीं तो फिर बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा. ठीक है गाइस, थैंक यू फॉर टुडे, दैट्स ऑल. हम लोग एक काम करते हैं, द क्लासेस विल बी फ्रॉम मंडे टू थर्सडे. राइट? आप लोगों को सारा शेड्यूल अभी भेज दिया जाएगा. ठीक है, तो प्लीज फॉलो द शेड्यूल ऑफ द क्लासेस. एंड नेक्स्ट मंडे वुड बी, नहीं कमिंग मंडे तो इज 19th. नेक्स्ट मंडे वुड बी 26th of January, so that would be off. ठीक है, so the classes will be Monday to Thursday 9 to 11. Okay everyone? All right guys, thank you.